Hi everyone. So till now we're going through the mechanism of fertilization. Under that, next we'll see about chemotaxis. So what is this chemotaxis? So sperm chemotaxis is a form of sperm guidance in which sperm cells, spermatozoa follow a concentration gradient of chemoattractant secreted from the oocyte, and thereby it reaches the oocyte. So whenever the sperm guidance, that is sperm cells, it will follow the concentration, then what happens? It is secreted through the oocytes. So what are the steps that takes place? So first, during ovulation, in egg, oocyte cumulus complex arrives at the site of fertilization, and the temperature at its store site decreases. So once during the ovulation, the temperature falls down. So next, thermotaxis, that is related to the temperature. As the temperature goes down, the thermotaxis of capacitated sperms form the storage site and they move towards the fertilization site. So after thermotaxis, then the chemotaxis of the sperm cells within the fertilization site towards the oocyte cumulus complex according to the gradient. So there will be secretion of different types of progesterones. So from where? From cumulus cells. At last, these chemotaxis of sperm cells within the cumulus mass according to the gradient of an unidentified chemoattractant. So they are secreted from the oocyte. So this is about how chemotaxis will takes place. So chemotaxis, you already know how it will take place by chemical reactions. So there will be a change in gradient. So later, after gradient changing, temperature will fall down. Once the temperature falls down, then the chemotaxis, that is related to the cumulus, then the secretion of progesterone, and at last there will be chemoattractant secreted by the oocyte. So next we'll see how fertilizin and anti-fertilizin works. So first, the egg is activated by fertilizin and anti-fertilizin reaction. So where this fertilizin will be present? It is present in a egg. It is a type of glycoprotein. So what is this anti-fertilizin then? So it is an acid protein which is present in sperm. So later this fertilizin activates and they attract and agglutinates. So first what it will happen? The fertilizin will activate, attract, and later agglutination takes place. And during that time, where it will take place? At this egg surface. As sperm touches the egg, it unites a part of fertilizin molecule. So later the union releases the activated principle through that. The most important change, that is related to the cortical reaction. So the fertilizin and anti-fertilizin, they mainly help in preventing polyspermy. So in coming session we'll see what is polyspermy related to the fertilization. So next we'll discuss types of fertilization depending upon the sperm involved during fertilization. So usually there are two types, that is monospermic, second one is polyspermic. So what is this monospermic? By the name itself you can know that a single sperm entering the egg. So usually in what type of animal does it takes place? It takes place in coelentrates, annelids, echinodermids, bony fishes, frogs and mammals. So remember, monospermic means, so in animals usually only one sperm entering into the egg. So that type of fertilization is called as monospermic fertilization. So next, polyspermic fertilization. So polyspermic means what? Many type or many sperms entering into the egg. So that is called as polyspermic fertilization. So under that polyspermic fertilization, we are having different types. One is pathological polyspermy and one more is physiological polyspermy. So what is this pathological? So under certain abnormal condition, so when a monospermic type of egg, so that time what happens, many sperm may enter, so that is called as pathological polyspermy. So remember this, it will not, the egg will be not developed, so it will die soon. So because more receptors are needed, so due to that cortical reaction takes place, so acrosomol will be secreted more, so egg will die soon, so their fertilization will not takes place, or zygote formation will be not formed. So that is about the pathological polyspermy. So physiological polyspermy means, so here what happens, so you might have known their eggs are of different types according to the distribution of yolk. So once the large yolk eggs such as in mollusk, reptile, birds, the polyspermic fertilization occurs. So this polyspermic fertilization, that is called as physiological polyspermy. So remember the heavy amount of yolk organisms, there the polyspermic condition occurs, that is called as physiological polyspermy. So what happens here, in this case many sperm enter into the egg, but where? But in the pronucleus of one sperm unite with pronucleus of egg. So rest of the sperms will be degenerated. So these are the two types, but there are again two conditions. One more is first one is polyandry and second one is polygamy. Polyandry, so as by the name, poly means many, andry means related to the andrecium, so that is male part. So when two male pronucleus unite with a single female pronucleus, so that is polyandry. So what is polygamy then? So polygamy related to gametes, so gamy, gynecium related to female. So when two female pronuclei unite with the male pronucleus, that is polygamy. So these are the types of fertilization on depending on sperm involved during fertilization. So first one is monospermic, second one is polyspermic. So under polyspermic there are two types, pathological and physiological, and then you are having polyandry and polygamy. So related to this monospermy and polyspermy, there is one more concept called as amphimixis. So what is this amphimixis? So it is nothing but involving of the fusion of two nuclei. Generally we know that is one is sperm and one more will be egg. So that time it becomes, what it will become, it will attach at the plasma membrane, so at the pointed acrosomal end. So egg has to attach to the pointed acrosomal end. So rest of the sperm, what usually happens, they are carried away by the egg's jelly material. So during that time, if only one sperm enters, that is monospermic. If many enters, that is polyspermic. Amphimixis means, you should know, fusion of two nuclei, maybe a pronuclei or a common nuclei. So generally only one sperm and one egg. So how that act or how that reacts, the pointed end of the sperm has to come in contact with the egg plasm or the plasma membrane. So this is about the amphimixis.